Hi, welcome back to Claire's Delight for Life. We had a broken connection and I'm back and I'm sorry about that, but maybe I'll just kind of recap everything and about today's about decluttering more ways to have serenity in your new life. And I'm going to go back to talking about purpose and a sense of purpose and how important that is to have serenity in your life. Because, as I've talked about before, having a purpose statement in your life, like I said, is like having a rudder on a ship. And that's really extremely important to having a serenity in one's life, is having that sense of direction. And that is so important because for a lot of us, you know, I think of it too as like a light on a hill. And when you have that light on a hill, you have something to aim for and something to walk towards. And for a lot of folks, that light on a hill is purpose. And when you understand that purpose and your own purpose in your life, it gives you a sense of internal serenity. It reminds me of the serenity prayer of God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. And that's quite a widely used prayer in a lot of areas out there. And I hold it dear in my own life on a lot of fronts. And then, another area I think serenity is important is love. Love in all its many forms, personal love, love you show to your family or your friends, or love you show to your community, all these, or love to your pet, or love of your home. All of these can promote a sense of serenity and security that you have within yourself. And when a lot of these things are disturbed, you feel like your serenity is disturbed. And we all want serenity and security in our life. And when if a lot of these things feel like they're being pulled out by the root, everything feels like we're in a hurricane in life. And having been there myself, having been a hoarder and then a declutter, my house was a hurricane. And I lived in a hurricane as far as a life. And sometimes life still feels like an upside down a little bit, like it did today. And we all have those days, sometimes where the car breaks down, the computer doesn't work, or like I just happened to me, Facebook and my computer provider decided to all of a sudden go kaplunk. And that happens. And all I can say is I'm back on and I'm back on for you guys. And we move forward with life, and I can only change the things I can is come back. And that's part of serenity. It's just kind of dealing with things and, as I say, putting one foot in front of the other. And then there's laughter, of learning laughter in life, of making fun of things. I jokingly make just jokes of sanitizers. People like to come into homes with, of hoarders or whatever, call them sanitizers or boxers and corners or anything, a number of things. Or therapists that say, rate the number of how much you think this is worth to you, or this or that. I kind of make fun of some of that because it's really, really true. I've seen some of the literature on it, and it's funny, and it's not very helpful as far as I'm concerned. If to me, I read it and it's funny to me now, but to me, if somebody had showed me that any earlier, I would have found it extremely offensive because I'm not a number. I'm a human being, and a human being is not a number. We each are individuals with our thoughts and feelings, and when people feel like they're going to run over us with numbers, that doesn't help us or address anything as far as I'm concerned. And I find, at least for myself, I prefer some serenity in being treated like a human being than not. And to me, that's part of serenity, is being treated with some respect and dignity by anybody in my life. and that doesn't matter who they are. And or sometimes even people think we don't even treat them that way, but it all depends on their point of view on things, and sometimes how people see in their perspective or our perspective on things. And sometimes you have to come to a mutual agreement and or agree to disagree. If, and sometimes you have to do that to have serenity in your life, and also learn to laugh at things that don't always seem so right in life, because if we don't have laughter, love, and purpose in our life, life is very hard and very difficult to live with, because, as I like to say, we're about the heart. To me, this is kind of signifies a lot, about the love, the compassion, and the kindness is so important. And I'd like to remind you that we do have a free entrance for something that would help you with your life at our Facebook page. And we have Pathways to Recovery. And if you put your email in there, you'll be first to be on the list to access that. And we'll let you know what's going on with that and be the first in line. So just pop your email in there and we'll let you know, and you'll get that information, and that can really help you. And we would really appreciate it. And I hope you would really appreciate the information, because it's a video, but at the same time, it's also a workshop too within the video itself. And should have mentioned that before now, but it is a workshop, and short but sweet and to the point. And that's the way I like to make things, short and sweet to the point. And I know for you, and to kind of end this as I always do, I wish you a night with peace, tranquility, love, compassion, kindness, hope, and let you all have sweet dreams that will bring serenity into your life in the night and into the following day. And blessings to you all.